Okay, now we're with John Carroll, Executive Chef at the Hummingbird. John,
Hi
What-
there, everyone.
what are we going to cook today?
Well,
John?
we're not really cooking. We're
Not cooking?
No, but we're going
Aren't
to be
you a
eating.
chef?
Yes, I am a chef, but there's many ways of cooking, and we're going to get more greens into our diet.
Oh, lovely greens. Do we
We-
need greens?
Of course, we need greens. Our
Okay.
body can absorb as many greens as we can throw at it.
So what do we got?
Today, we're going to go for kale. Kale is like one of the most healthiest green vegetables we've got, and I find it quite easy to grow. And the good thing is,
Looks like a stick.
yeah, but when you can pick it once again and again, if you see every single little mark on this, it's where a set of leaves were. So we've been picking this kale for maybe 9 months now.
Wow, a lot of
Yeah.
smoothies.
Yeah, I've heard people having them for 2 years in their gardens. But sometimes 3 months later they go to seed.
Nice. What's this?
That's kale as well. There's about 6+ different varieties that are common in kale, and these are 2 of them. This is my favourite, this one, which is Cavolo Nero, black Tuscan kale, and to tell the truth, I can't remember the name of that one.
Okay, let's pick. Can I pick?
Okay, yes you can pick. Just remember, pick down to the stem, right at the base, put your thumb in, and then break it off. So you don't leave anything left on the...
How's that, John?
That's perfect.
Okay.
No worries. And always pick healthy, young, succulent leaves. Old, dried, sunburnt leaves, they're good for the chooks.
Is that the famous tin, John?
That is my famous harvesting tin, which every gardener should have. A basket, a tin, plastic container, doesn't matter. Something you like.
John is the executive chef, but really is in charge of the garden, because if he doesn't take control of the garden, then we don't get good food. So you trust no one,
Yeah.
he's taking control of the garden.
Plus I have to cook everything that comes out of here, so I have to have some input, I think.
Okay, let's go in, mix it up.
Okay, so we're back from the garden now with our kale, nicely washed, and we're going to prepare them for our green smoothie. So, kale. I find people don't know exactly how to deal with kale. It is part of the cabbage family, and it is quite easy to prepare. In green smoothies, you don't have to remove the stem, but sometimes if you don't have a high-powered enough smoothie maker, you'll find that your green smoothie won't be as smooth. So sometimes, depending on your mixer, you might have to clean it off the stem. The easiest way to do it is just get your fingers and then bring it down. You end up with the leaves and the stem. Most green smoothies, you can just put in the whole of the kales. It actually will give you a better nutrient value. So this is our different style of kale. Same again, you can just pull it down. It'll snap off where it needs to snap off, and that's fine in your smoothie. All right, so kale's in. It's a nice easy one. We're gonna leave the stems in because we've got a nice high-powered smoothie machine. Okay, bananas is the next one. Bananas, they're better off if they're ripe. Pretend you're making a banana cake. If they've got spots on them like this, they'll be sweeter. It helps with flavour. Bananas also add texture, so they're more like a smoothie. If you don't use bananas, you'll find it'll be much more watery. You can buy a box of bananas, make them really ripe and freeze them down. Use them frozen, and it will be a better smoothie experience. I am using fresh bananas, so I'm going to put some ice in. Okay. The ice is also to make sure that our food stays raw. That means under 40 degrees Celsius. The blade spins so fast it'll start heating up your food, so you don't want that in your smoothie if you're trying to get as much nutrient as possible. So I have some celery here, which I've cut up into nice little sticks, and apples. The great thing about smoothies is we're using whole foods. So unlike juices where the fiber's taken away and you're just left with the sugars, in smoothies you've got whole foods going in, which our body likes more. The one thing you'll probably read up about kale is you can't extract the nutrients without cooking it. We have an exception to the rule. With our greens, if we eat them raw, if we eat them with the citrus, in theory, they cook in our stomach, so therefore we get to absorb all the nutrients from our greens. I always find it hard not to make a full jug of green smoothie, and I think my colleagues and myself quite like it because we all get to eat lots of green smoothies. So it doesn't have to be oranges, you can use lemons and limes, just remember, or grapefruit, just remember just to use a little bit less. Okay, and our last ingredient is water. I prefer filtered water, and you just had to add water as needed. All right, and next we just push the button.
Well, what do we have here, John? Look at that.
Green smoothie straight from the garden.
All right.
Fantastic. Thanks.
It's a great way to start the day. Yeah. We sign off from the Hummingbird Retreat. See you all next month on our garden blog. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers to good health.
Good health.
So,